Great, let's plug them in. Okay, so now we're talking about signals, right? And so they are doing a certain set of things, and you guys are going to figure out how to do that. So, your competitors are sitting right there. Okay? You're now going to go to our website. You're going to start with this first keyword tool. By the way, we locked this down because we have noticed that we've had other SEO companies literally go here and do this and use it to their own benefit, so we password protected. There's a PIN code to get into that tool. It's 2444. You guys need to write that down, otherwise you won't get in. All right? Okay? You're going to look at this keyword tool, and here's a nice screenshot of it, okay? And what I'm using as an example, Home Healthcare Orlando. Okay, so it's a home healthcare agency. Principle, it all works the same, okay? And it tells me right here that for this particular keyword term, there's a search volume of 70. By the way, those are monthly figures, okay? And the keyword difficulty score is 64.94%, okay? 64.94%, that's fine, I'm cool with that. Stay under anything that's under 70, okay? Local businesses rank really well if they pick keywords that are in their 50s and 60% range, okay? So in this particular case, I would say, yep, that's cool. We'll go ahead and use this keyword term. And then over here on the right-hand side, our system kind of came up with some other ideas, okay, on some other keywords that may make sense to you. In this particular example, though, the keyword difficulty score all goes into the 80% range, and I would say no. All right? Now, why am I telling you all this? Okay, pick up your worksheets. We're going to dig into these guys now. The big one. Okay? So that's your marketing plan, and if you guys kind of flip it over, you guys see this. Now, I know it looks daunting, but trust me, it's very simple. Okay? Alright. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of toggle back and forth, because what we did is we took a search engine results page and just kind of broke it apart and kind of color-coded it a little bit. And I apologize for the yellow on your printouts. I noticed that you can barely read it, so you guys may want to just notate on there what it actually is. But on the right-hand side, as you will see through this entire worksheet, there's examples of what kind of data you're looking for. So at the top, we've got keyword information. Then we have what's called local pack information. Then we're going to be looking at organic competitors, and then we're also going to be looking at organic directories. Okay? All right. Now, all right. This right here, the good old Google search engine results page, right? And so this is what we talked about earlier. You've got your ads at the top, then you've got your map pack, then you've got your organic section, and then you've got your ads again on the bottom. Okay? All right? So what you want to do is you want to start at the very top, and you want to go to our keyword research tool, and you want to pick your 5 keywords that you want to go after, and you enter them in at the top. You just write them down. Okay? All right, then below that, you're going to write in the average monthly search volume for that particular keyword. It tells you in our tool. After that, you're going to plug in the keyword difficulty score. Well, what's the percentage we want to stay under? 70. That's right. So you're going to enter all that in, and that essentially completes the top 3 rows. That's kind of your demand side of things, right? That kind of focuses you on what you want to go after. It's very easy to lose focus on the web. Okay? This right here, it holds you accountable. It says, nope, this is what I want to go after. This is my frame of reference. Okay? All right, next, we are going to start looking at your local pack, right? These are the guys we want to take out. Okay? So, this is war. Did you guys ever see 300? Yeah, great. You guys, you guys remember the battle cry in 300? That's like us getting out of marketing meetings. Okay? So when we see this, okay, and we see that our client isn't there, And when you guys see that you're not there, you should be really angry. Okay? And you should be very motivated to get there. Alright? So what you're going to do is, and again I'm toggling back and forth here, for each one of these keyword terms, you're going to go and you're going to bring up that search engine result, and then you're going to go and you're going to see who the competitors are. Okay, and what are you going to do? I'm going the wrong way. And what are you going to do? You're going to go ahead and plug them in right here. Now, we are actually looking, okay, not only for their names, but we are also looking for the Google category that Google is placing them under. It's very important. We want to know what Google thinks they are. Sometimes you'd be surprised. In this particular case, the guys that are in here are all in the home healthcare service industry. Okay? So what are we going to do? We are going to take that information and we're going to write that in here. Okay? You're going to go ahead and put your competitors' names into these columns, and you're going to go ahead and put the category Google lists them in right in here. Alright, any questions about that? No? Okay. Alright, now, next, what we're going to do is we're going to look at this yellow section. Okay? This yellow section looks at your organic side. Now, let me explain something on the organic side and how it relates to maps. Alright? 9 times out of 10, if somebody ranks high organically, they should also be ranking high in the maps. Okay? It's Google's job to put the most relevant business in front of searchers' eyes. Okay? What you do on your website will determine where in the maps you are. Now, Maps looks at things beyond just the website. For example, they look at where the searcher is located. Okay? They look at how many Google reviews do you have. Okay? They look at whether you've put pictures on your Google My Business page, whether you are responding to reviews. Right? If you have positive reviews or negative reviews and you have not responded to them, you need to do that. That's a signal. Okay? That's a very important signal that Google looks at. Okay? But what we want to do is, we want to look at this section right in here, this organic section, okay? And we're going to break it up into two parts. We're going to break it up into competitors and directories. Okay? Alright? And so, we're going to enter them in. Keep going the wrong way. Alright, we're going to enter them in right here. So, first, you're going to list all your competitors that show up for each individual keyword. Alright? And then you're going to do the same with directories. Now, what do I mean with competitors? Competitors, I mean Griffin Pools, and directories, I mean stuff like Angie's List, the BBB, so on and so forth. Right? So you are literally just on a fact-finding mission, and you're going to put it all on that sheet. Now, I promise you, when that sheet is filled out, you're going to see a pattern. You're going to see who the companies are that show up again and again and again. You're also going to see a pattern on the directories, okay? Any directory that you guys see there more than 2 times that you're not part of, you need to be part of, okay? All right? Even if it's the BBB Mafia, okay? You need to go ahead and be part of those particular directories. Why? Because Google thinks they're important for the search terms you want to go after. Okay? And I'm sure you guys get plenty of phone calls on a weekly basis about, all these different businesses telling you need to join this directory, you need to do that marketing, you need to do this marketing, or some Indian guys calling you that are telling you I'm Google, so on and so forth. You just go after what really matters, okay? And it's those directories. And by the way, the quality ones will cost you, okay? But it is a well worth investment. Okay. Any questions about this sheet and how to fill it out? Oh, cool. Okay. All right. Do you guys have any questions about the search engine results page, or kind of how things come together? Anything that you guys have ever wondered about that? Just kind of before I move on. Yes, I see a hand back there.
So Google Places Isn't part of it your actual distance from the searcher?
Yeah, absolutely. So Google monitors the IP address that your device is on, and it will display the most relevant businesses in relation to you. That's why, actually, I will tell you, one great way to optimize your website, it's a little bit of cheating, but that's what I'm here for, to tell you guys this, is have optimization in there for the words near me. Okay? Because lots of people will search something like, you know, pool contractor near me, or you know, restaurant near me, or something along those lines. And so you actually may want to consider, if you really want to push forward with this, to actually use the terminology near me. Right? All right, now.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah, well, I'm sorry, sure.
What percentage these days of the people that are searching are going to paid ads versus organic?
Okay.
It's shifted over time.
Yeah, so it depends on the industry. So Google makes about 96% of its money from pay-per-click, right? There was a game changer when they came out with that. The other 4% is like maybe in their app stores and some of the other stuff. Okay. Google wants you to click on the ads, naturally. So they're doing everything they possibly can to make people click on the ads, okay? When the ads were on the right-hand side, right in the little boxes, you could be the number 4, the number 5 guy, and still be kind of far up. Right? Well, they changed that. They yanked that out. Now, if you're the number 5 guy, you're definitely way at the bottom. Okay? So, if a search is for a quality contractor, okay, they're going to go beyond the ads. That conversion will be very low for ads, okay? I've seen them as low as 3 to 4%, meaning 97% of the traffic will move beyond the ads and actually go into the organic, okay? If you are, as we were talking earlier, emergency-based, right? So if you guys were an AC contractor, okay, or a water mitigation company, all right, or a DUI attorney, okay, a lot of times people will just click. Okay, they'll click on the ads, they'll look at the promotion, and they'll go ahead and go. Okay, there's a wonderful opportunity with the ads. Okay, if the system sees, there's a great company out there called SEMrush. Write it down, SEMrush. Okay, it's actually SEMrush.com. I think they've got free trials. But what you can do in your particular case, you're lefty like me. How do you like that? You can go in there and you can plug in any of your competitors, and it'll actually tell you what ads they're running, how effective the ads are. They'll tell you how long the ads have been running. That's a really good indication if they're effective or not. Right? And you can go ahead and actually see whether it makes sense from a conversion standpoint. So, if you're emergency based, the conversion rates sometimes jump over 50+%. Okay. If it's quality based that you're going after, skip the ads and move on. Now, the ads, there are actually different platforms for the ads. There's something called AdWords. There's something called AdWords Express. If you're using AdWords Express, you're completely wasting your money. If you're going to go paid, go AdWords, but really hone it in and dial it in. And then they even have call-only versus display-only campaigns. So there's a lot of different types of ads that are out there. Some work a lot better for some industries than others. Yes?
So a couple comments, just, and if you can kind of give me your view on this. And one of the approaches that I see is that, you know, there's a percentage, obviously, that go to organic search. The challenge I have sometimes when I'm searching is the first 5 things are Yelp, super pages, yellow pages, and I have to go down to about 8 things to find an actual company. Mm-hmm. So for me, my approach often is if I'm looking for something, I assume that if the company's prepared to pay to be positioned, that they're professional enough to actually pay for the ad. So for me, sometimes it's easier for me to just click on the ad, have a look, make my assessment, and say, okay, I'm going to go with that company instead of trying to search through the organic to try and find something other than super pages that gives me 12 companies, it really doesn't give me anything.
Mhm.
So, comments?
I have a comment. I would love to hear what anybody else has to say about that. Do you guys agree with that, or I see the head shaking in the back? What's that?
I like that. I like your comment because
I'm not sure, I mean, I don't do a lot of
as
search,
business
but
owners, we know those ads are paid, so we know they're biased. But what your typical consumer, I don't think they don't pay that much attention to it.
Okay.
And but I don't know. But the logic, the psyche, of the consumer, that and you know they're paid, so you know that, and you still click on the top. I don't click on the top because I don't support that, but that's just my. What's the psyche of a consumer? Do you find? And what's the research? Is there research that shows the psyche of the consumer? Do they pay attention? Do they process that ad?
So there's certainly something to be said that some people don't pay attention. Again, it actually boils down to. Oh, I'm about to shut this mic off. It boils down to whether they're in a hurry or not, which is one of the reasons why emergency